Today we are going to start with another writing skill called summary writing. Now, summary writing is a compulsory question that is given in standard ninth as well as standard 10th in an 80 marks paper. So keep in mind it's a compulsory question which is asked for 5 marks. Summary writing is a part of non-textual passage, or we can also call it as unseen passage. Now the question comes in this manner. You will be given a non-textual or an unseen passage. Based on it, you will have questions. So that is, you're comprehending the question, the passage, and answering the questions. The same passage, the second part, you will get the question where it will state that you have to summarize the same passage. Write a summary writing of the same passage. So it will not be a different passage. Passage will be the same for answering the questions and for summarizing it. This you must keep in mind. Now, what is the meaning of summary writing? Now, summary writing is a shortened passage which retains the essential information of the original. It is a fairly brief restatement in your own words of the content of a passage. Note, you simply report back what the writer has said without making value judgments. Now, let me explain to you what is the meaning of that. Summary writing can come either in one paragraph, two paragraphs, or maybe even more than two paragraphs. What you have to do is you have to write all these paragraphs and convert it into just one paragraph. I repeat, summary writing is always in one paragraph. So you're shortening all the paragraphs and converting it into one paragraph. You have to take only what is important in these paragraphs and then put it forward in your own words. By the same time, do not write anything beyond what the passage has told. Don't write your feelings or your thoughts in the passage, which is not there. You have to keep in mind to write exactly what the passage is stating, but in your own words. Now, how do you go about writing the summary? First and foremost, it says, read the given passage very carefully, time and again, to have an idea of the central thought. Of course, you will not get a chance to read time and again because then you'll be wasting time. So, you have already read the passage once when you have to write the question answers. So, second time you're going to read again when you have to summarize it. Now, while you're reading the passage, come up with a title. A title for the summary is a must. It's a must, okay, because it has marks in the format part. Then, next is underline the main points or ideas of the passage. Very important. As you're reading the passage, the key sentences, what is important accordingly, either you bracket it out in the question paper or you underline it on the question paper. Arrange the thought logically. Once you have underlined, go through it to see whether the ideas are in the proper order. It should make sense. Do not introduce the answer to any new idea or thought. I just told you that. Do not put your views at all. There is no scope for using the direct form of narration. Even if the passage has any direct sentences, conversational sentences, you will not use those conversational sentences. Either you can put it into in the indirect form if you feel that is important, but there should not be any direct narration. Don't make suggestions at all. That is, once again, it is saying don't say what you have thought of about the passage. Please keep that in mind. So, just to give you a clear idea again, remember, once you read the passage, think of a title, suitable title. Usually, you will get the title immediately as you start reading it. Title is a must. Summary has to be written just in one paragraph. You have to see that you comprise all the passages into one small paragraph. When I say one small paragraph, it should not exceed more than 10 to 12 lines. Not more than 10 to 12. So, all unnecessarily details, unnecessary examples, all unnecessary direct sentences should be done away with. Underline the key sentences, put it in a proper logical order, see that it is going in a proper order, making sense. And finally, when you're writing it, write it in your own words as far as possible. You can use here and there a few words from the passage, but see that you write it in your own words and do not enforce your ideas or your thoughts in the passage at all. This is how you write a summary. Now, this is an example I have given you. I have given you a passage out over here. It's in two paragraphs. You have to read the passage very carefully. Underline the key sentences out there. Remember, you should not have more than 10 to 12 lines. Not more than 10 to 12 lines. Okay. That means whatever is there in the passage, you have to convert that into one third of the given passage. One third of the given passage. Once you have done that, think of a suitable title and then write it in one paragraph. So, I have given you an example of how the summary will come in more than one paragraph or in one paragraph. But finally, when you're writing it, you should have a title. I have given you the title out there, Jawaharlal Nehru. And then I have taken only the key sentences from the example which I had given and put it forward in one paragraph without any unnecessary details or my viewpoints being given. It's just there in a very small paragraph. This will come for 5 marks class. You have to be very careful. It is a place where you can really gain marks if you know how to minimize the words. So that's very important. So this is how a summary writing will be done, which is a compulsory question in your standard 9th as well as standard 10th. Thank you class. Have a great day.